There are pieces of advice that are seeds of caution, and others, poisons passed down from generation to generation. Assia was 22, a sociology student. No father, no brothers, just her and her mother. Two women, two ways of seeing the world, two scars, but only one legacy. Her mother, Marcia, had raised her alone. She never spoke of the father. She'd simply say, "A man is a risk, but a rich man? He's a contract." Assia wanted nothing to do with that. She wanted love, real love, the kind that gives you chills, the kind that has no price. But Marcia kept repeating, "Don't get attached to the heart. Attach yourself to the bank account. The heart lies. The account, it signs." And for a long time, Assia resisted. She went to class, did her homework, worked part-time at a small cafe to pay for her books. She dreamed of a simple future, her own apartment, a cat, maybe a boyfriend, but not at any cost. Until one day, he arrived. Julian, a man in his 40s, tall, confident, wearing a suit worth twice her mother's rent, a slow voice, a watch that shone too much, and eyes that already saw what they wanted to take. He approached her at a university event. He was sponsoring a scholarship. She was serving coffee. And him? He only looked at the female students. Assia tried to avoid him. But that same evening, when she told her mother, she said, "You want to stay poor or secure your future? You don't reject a man like that. You charm him." So she answered his message. Then the next one. Then she got into his car, a black sedan, leather interior. And at that exact moment, she felt something shift. At first, he was perfect. Dinners, laughter, deep talks. He listened. He watched her. He spoke of the future, of plans. He said, "You don't need to work so hard. Let me lift you up." And she wanted to believe. Maybe there was love in this. Maybe her mother was right. But soon enough, the rules began. No going out without him. No social media. No male friends. No bold makeup unless he approved. He wanted control of her image, her studies, her voice. He told her, "You should drop out of college. What I can offer is worth more than a degree." And her mother? Still the same refrain. "Listen to him. He knows what he's doing. You think I ever had this chance? Take it." So Assia gave in. She dropped out. One semester, then another. She moved into one of Julian's apartments. Everything was paid for, but nothing belonged to her anymore. He said, "You're mine now, and I don't share what's mine." The first time he hit her was when she asked to see a friend. The second, because she contradicted him in front of an associate. And when she tried to leave, he froze her cards, took her phone, and threatened her mother, without ever saying it outright. "You want something bad to happen to your old lady? No? Then be smart." But Assia wasn't a doll. She had read. She had learned. She had observed. And beneath her silence, she was planning her escape. She waited, left breadcrumbs, made copies of documents, photographed her bruises, kept a journal, and most importantly, she found a lawyer. One day, Julian left town on a business trip. Assia left too, but not alone. She walked out of the apartment, carrying a USB drive filled with evidence of years of abuse, transactions, statements, offshore accounts, and most importantly, surveillance footage from her own living room, where he thought she wasn't watching the cameras. She handed it all to a lawyer, one who specialized in domestic abuse and financial crime. And this time, she wasn't the one trapped. He was. He cried foul. Manipulation. Revenge. But everything was there. The proof. The setups. The hidden payments. And Assia. She stood tall in court. No makeup. No tears. But armed with the truth. The trial lasted 2 months. And at the end, Julian was sentenced, and his assets seized. And her? She received a compensation, a sum even her mother would have never dared to dream of. Not out of vengeance, not for the money, but because, this time, she reclaimed what had been stolen. Her right to exist. Assia moved to a new city. She went back to school. She funded a program for young women escaping coercion. She rebuilt herself, not in a single night, but slowly, solidly. She no longer speaks to her mother. That link remains frozen, like a book no one ever dared to close. But today, she lives. She writes. She teaches, sometimes. And she often tells her students, Never let your mother's wounds decide the shape of your future, because some pieces of advice, even when given with love, are just chains. And she chose to live free.